Okay, this is my tutorial on how to use Gimp. Just like any other thing, you go File, New, choose a size. You don't have to make it full screen, I just like to, I think it's easier. So, the tools are really simple. This one is the paintbrush. You draw with it. My tablet isn't working, so I can't actually draw anything because I can't draw on the computer. But you can change the scale with this. To undo, if you mess up, you either go to edit and then undo, or type Control Z, which most people probably know that. For editing the size, you can also just type. It's a lot easier if you know what size you want. Opacity, that's like transparency. You can't really. So, if you want to make the background transparent, say you're making an animation or something, then you can either just hit New Layer, which is down here on the bottom, or you can right click on the layer in the layer box and click Add Alpha Channel, and then you can use eraser and erase everything, or just fill with color erase. To change the color, you click on these things over here, right there, and then just move this around wherever you want. Move this around. It also has, I don't know how to use that one, but has this one, which is kind of confusing. Has the circle one, which is simply you just turn it and then move the thing inside the box. Then it has a color picker, which there's more that you can do for that, which I'll tell you later. Okay, so I prefer to just use this, or like use this on the outside, and then to get the exact color I use this. You can also use this if you want, but like say you want a really dark blue, you can just click here and then click here, and then it's dark blue. But you could use any of these things. And then this, obviously, as you saw before, is the eraser tool, so that if you just make a little mistake, you can grab it and just erase that out without having to undo the whole thing, like on any other drawing program. Oh, that's still eraser. Sometimes it does that, so make sure you're on the right tool. Pencil is really just the same thing as paintbrush, except you can see the pencil line and the paintbrush line. This one looks a little more jagged, like a pencil. This is the bucket fill tool. You just choose a color and click. Over here on the thing, it says fill type. FG color fill, that's foreground color, which right now is green. If I were to select BG color fill, that's background color fill, which right now is white. So it would fill with white. And pattern fill, you select a pattern from down here, any of these, and then it would fill with that pattern. Next to it is the blend, which, so that it doesn't lag, I'll just select a circle with the circle tool, and then you go to this. You can either select two colors you want to blend, or you can select a gradient, and then you just do this and it blends like that. You can change the opacity of that too. And you can change the shape down here. Linear is what I've been using. Bilinear is basically the same thing, but the other way. Radial, like that, the circle. It all depends, the way it comes out all depends on how far you pull it. Square is the same thing but with a square. Wherever you start the click is where that shape is going to start, the middle of it's going to be. This is conical, it sort of does like, it looks like it's a cone. The spiral is exactly that, a spiral. And then the two spirals are just them going different directions. Okay. Sometimes it leaves a little ring there. Underneath the bucket fill is airbrush. It's basically another drawing tool, but it comes out like an airbrush. And with the drawing tools, there's different brushes. There's the standard ones, and you can download some from the internet. It just changes the way the brush is. Like the standard circle is that. Then the circle fuzzy is just that. It looks fuzzy. The calligraphic brush is calligraphic. The diagonal stars are stars. The felt pen looks like a felt pen. Confetti looks like confetti. Basically, it's simple. Some of them are normally a certain color, like the pepper normally comes out plain green. The sparks come out like that, but you can change the color. Boxes. Oh, I'm still on box. The brush stays the same, whatever you're on. There's some of this stuff that's confusing, like ink is basically, well, that's not really that confusing, but it's basically just drawing. Clone, you clone stuff, like, I'm not sure how you use it though. I don't know heal, I don't know that. Blur and sharpen and smudge, dodge, burn are all used the same way. So if you have this and you want to blend it with the other color and you want them to blend in evenly, then you would go to say smudge and go along the edge. Or if you want to put them in and out of each other, then you can do that. Blur and sharpen, you can sort of see it blurring there. And then dodge, burn does exactly that. Dodges and burns. Up here, this is simple, it's the text tool. If you have it in full screen or if the edges are touching, then the toolboxes will disappear when you do it, but you type in it. And then to get the toolboxes back, you can right click and then click on the toolbox. You can change the font size, the actual font, the font color. Whatever color you have up here as the foreground color is what color it's going to start out as, not whatever color you selected for the last text box. See, I have it on teal for the last text box, but then if I type a new text box, it's orange. Okay. To get out of the text box, you go to one of these three up here on the top. The rectangle select, which just lets you select the rectangle. Ellipse select lets you select in the shape of a circle, and free select is that, lets you select whatever you want. Then just go to a different one and click out of them. to get off them. If you're in free select and you want to get off it, don't just try clicking off it, because then this happens. You have to go to something else. Fuzzy select, I am not sure. I've never used that. I think it just selects the brush, whatever you have on there. Select by color. I've never used this either, but it probably just selects by the color that you have. Select by color. I'm not sure. Scissors is exactly that. Paste this picture in. Say I want to take out. Alright, not trying to be mean, but say I want to take out the, I don't know, just a random blob of cat. See, now I have that taken out from the rest. I have that. Foreground select, I'm not sure. Not sure about the path tool. Color picker is exactly that. If you have something else open in Gimp, hold on, this is lagging. Okay, because you want reference to draw a picture of a certain character. Then you would open the picture. It would open in a new one so that you would still have this one up. Then you open that up. You go to color picker. Say you want the exact color of this girl's eyes, or her hair, say. Then you click on that. Then you go to paintbrush or whatever, and you draw, and you've got that exact color. Zoom is exactly that. Lets you zoom in and out. You can also press plus or minus. That's good if you're doing, say, transparency, or you want to do little details. But if you're using it to do little details, then you notice that it gets pretty pixelated when you zoom in enough. Don't ask what that is. I don't know. Measure, I don't know. Move, that is if you want to move something around. Say a picture of a kitten. Or to move, if when you paste the picture in, you're on the select option, then you can just move it there. As long as you don't click out of it and then try to move it, because then you get a new box. Align, I'm not sure. Crop, you can crop to a certain thing so that you can only work on that. Rotate is exactly that, you rotate it. You can also type the angle you want it rotated at, 90 degrees if you want it exact, and you've got it like that. You can use this to rotate. Flip the kitten upside down. Scale, you can make it bigger or smaller. You can also use all these tools to move it. If you want it to scale but not change shape, then you click on the corner, don't move the mouse, click and hold Control, and it does not change shape at all. Then you click scale when you're done. You can also use this, change the width and the height, type it in just like you do for everything else. Shear I don't ever use, but it's this. It makes it look all weird and stuff. Like that. Perspective, I don't ever use this really, but it's like if you're opening the page in a book. Torturing the poor kitten. Flip, you click on it and it flips the other direction. You can also select vertical and it'll flip up and down. Whee! And that's all the tools in the toolbox. So, let's get rid of the giant weird kitten thing. Get off that. Now, down here underneath this part where it has all the tools in it, there's this, which this is the tool option box. This first, well, right now it's the last one, but it's normally the first one, but it got messed up for me. My dad took it off. That basically just lets you choose exactly what you're doing. And then this one right here, when you first get it, some of this stuff is over in the layers box underneath layers instead, but everything got messed up for me. This, it lets you choose what gradient. Say you want to draw in a blue-green gradient. Hold on. First you have to go to this, select use color from gradient, and then you're using that. Then this, the palettes, is for up here. Right now it's just the basic palette, but you can change it to anything. Say you want to draw a sunset and you're not good at getting an exact color, then you click here and then you can go there and ta-da. Or you want blues, anything you want to just select a basic color from, you can get that from here. And then this little tab right here, it has tool options menu, save the options, restore options, blah blah. Add a tab. These are the tabs, like, you know, like in Internet Explorer and stuff. Tool options, that's already up. Device status, I'm not sure what that is. Layers is the thing over there, which I will explain how to use layers in a bit. Channels, I will explain in a bit. I don't know what all this stuff is, but navigation, undo, if you want to undo a certain thing, say you have this and then you draw a picture and you draw this and then you draw this, but you realize that the second one was wrong, then you do that. Wait, it didn't undo the right thing. Yeah, just be careful which one you click on, and then you can hit Control Y if you want to redo stuff. Now I got this stuck up here, don't I? Oh yeah, if you drag it out, then it'll become a new box, and that way if you want you can get rid of it. Let's see. Pointer. That just tells you where the pointer is at the time. Not the most important thing in the world. Colors is this box condensed into here. You can make it a new thing, and that way you'll always be able to select the color. Brushes is this in its own little box. Patterns, the patterns in its own little box. Gradients, the gradients in its own box. Palettes, I have up, I showed you that already. Fonts is the fonts in its own little box. Images, I'm not sure. Oh, this is all that you've had up recently, it looks like, and I guess you can, all that you have up or whatever. History, that is, it shows you the history of what you've opened. See, I have all this stuff. Banner, 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 blah, line art, signature, line art, moss paw, stock, anime, anime girl, all this stock, finals thingy, some random thing, some other random thing, something I'm never doing, bacon, popsicles, another thing I'm never finishing, a stamp, a goth chicken duck thing, a poster for a fan club, a banner, a banner, a banner, a banner, picture of tack, picture of goth firestar, button, a bunch of posters for me and my friends, a thing I made, all this stuff, blah 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 blah. frames and stuff like that. I think that's really all there is that I can show you. Close tab, I'm guessing will let you just close out a tab without dragging it out. Detach tab, I guess lets you take it out without dragging it out. I'm not sure. Tab style, that just changes the way it looks, like for the tab you're currently on. And then show button bar, I don't know what that is, but I'm just going to keep it on. Okay. And layers, this is really, really big. I'm going to show you how to use this stuff over here. Okay. So you have the layer right now, it's just the background layer. So you draw on it, and then say you're making an animation or something, and you don't want to see that layer so that you can work on what's on the next layer. Then you click this little eyeball, and you can't see it. You click it again, you can see it. And then you right click on this, you can edit the layer attributes, which right now all you can really edit is the name. That's good if you're working on a picture, like you want to have the background layer and then the layer for a certain character 1, character 2, blah blah blah. Duplicate layer is exactly that. It duplicates the layer. Now you have two of the same exact thing. See, I saw a squirrel copy. If you don't want it, then you can delete the layer. Okay. New layer, you can change the name of it. You can change the size, the fill type, which is how it comes out. If you want it to have the foreground color, right now that's pink, then you would select this, and the background would be pink. Background color, which would be orange right now, you select it, and the whole square until you draw on it would be orange. White, the whole square would be white. Transparency, like it is right now. That's not actually checkers, it's transparent, so that you can see the one behind it. If you want those layers to be the same so that you can save it as, say, a PNG file, XCF, not anything but XCF because that's the only thing that has layers, then you click merge down, and now that's one layer. Boundary size, I'm not sure. Scale layer lets you change the size of the layer. Remove alpha channel and it won't be transparent anymore. Okay, that actually looks cool. I'm not sure what all this stuff is. Merge visible layers will just merge all the layers that you can see. Flatten image will, like, basically, say you're doing GIF or JPG like you use on like Paint and stuff, then that would automatically flatten the image, and then all the layers would be one and there would be no transparency. Like, new layer, and then flatten image, and all the layers are there, there's no transparency or anything in it. But it would be better if I delete layer, it'll just, here. So new layer, then delete this. You can also click down here for a new layer. So see, if I flatten the image, then the background is now the background color. Have a new layer. Then you can move that down with this button down here, or up with that button. That defines what's on top of each other. Like, say you have this, and that's actually underneath it, but you want to be able to see it. You don't have to draw it on that layer. You could just click the up button, and now it's there. Create a duplicate. That's basically, you can do that with the right-click menu. Anchor does not work, but on me, I don't know if it'll work on you. Delete this layer, deletes the selected layer. like that. Okay, so that's all with layers. The layers menu is like basically what happens if you right click on the thing. Add a tab. Here, I'll explain the channels to you. There isn't much to explain with this, but if you get rid of the red channel, it looks like that. If you get rid of the green channel, it looks like that. If you get rid of the blue channel, if you get rid of the alpha channel, there's nothing. Okay, so you can get rid of multiples and change the way the color tinting is. Stuff like that. And then you just click on the C again, and then you can see all the layers. Simple as that. So yeah, you can use Gimp to basically for almost anything. You can, hold on.